This is how you make the greatest comeback of your life.
First, grab a pen and paper. I'm gonna show you how to trick your brain and build goals using science. Look, I don't know about you, but I'm tired of losing. And you're not losing because you suck. You're losing because your brain is efficient. It's smart. It's actually protecting you. I want you to grab a pen and paper and start by drawing 6 columns. Then you're gonna name them family, money, knowledge, faith, body, and relationships. On the side, you will have a scale from 0 to 10. Then for each column, put a number that you feel represents you in your life. You see, research has established that when you set out to achieve goals in life, your brain focuses on the reward. When your brain faces a challenge on the path to achieve that goal, your brain's gonna weigh the cost of that reward with continuing to pursue that goal. If that effort is higher than that future reward, it's going to quit. This exercise will trick your brain into making a nasty comeback this year. Once you have your ratings, I want you to choose your 3 lowest ratings to create your goals for this year. Then your 3 goals would be to get fit, get rich, and get a girl. Now, make sure you do leave some space in between each goal because we're not done. You're 80% there to accomplish your goals. You're just missing one key step. You see, researchers took 248 people who wanted to get fit, so they put them into 3 groups. Group 1 was the control group. They were just told to go work out. Group 2 was the motivation group. They were told to work out, plus were shown a motivational video on the benefits they would receive from working out. Group 3 was the intention group, who was shown exactly what Group 2 saw. Plus, they were asked to formulate a plan for when and where they would exercise. The sample they used was, during the next week, I will partake in at least 20 minutes of exercise on this day, at this time, and in this location. At the end of the study, 91% of Group 3 worked out at least once a week, compared to 38 and 35% for the other 2 groups. You will do the same thing with your goals to make sure that 91% of you succeed with the exact same formula they used in the study. The formula is simple. I will behavior at a certain time in a certain location. I want you to be that intentional. So you're gonna take your 3 goals and add intention to it. For Get Fit, I will lift weights at 5 p.m. at Planet Fitness. For Get Rich, I will try 1 new side hustle on the 1st of the month from my room. For Get a Girl, I will talk to at least 1 girl at lunchtime in the mall, park, or my campus. Now here's the most important part. You're gonna grab your goal, environment where you want to do the goals every day? What new neural pathways will you be creating? This is what plasticity is. Your ability to change your behavior based on your environment, just by changing your room. The fourth change you should make in your bedroom is have a designated workstation. Now this could be in your kitchen or even in a little corner in your bedroom. By the way, I got this cheap little desk for like 20 bucks off of Amazon. But when you enter the space, you should see your goals, or your money goals specifically, visible. And when you enter here, it's go mode. 3, you're gonna visualize exactly how your goals will play out. You see, in movies, screenwriters will use storyboarding to know exactly how a scene's gonna play out. You're gonna do the exact same thing with your goals by creating a 3-scene storyboard. First, take one of your goals, for example, the be rich one. You're gonna start by creating the first scene, which is imagining the exact scene before it happens. Science tells us that our ability to imagine a situation before it happens can help us guess what really will happen. So here's how you do this for your goals. So for example, for that first scene, picture what your before looks like, right? You're in debt probably. You don't have enough money to pay for things. You can't even imagine how you're gonna fund your first business. And once you get that clear view of your before, where you're at, you could start working towards getting ahead. And start simple. Start with just paying off your debt. And if you're really smart, you can even start getting paid yourself to get out of debt. There's a new app called Debbie where they actually pay you as you start learning better financial habits. And as you level up, you learn more, you start getting out of debt, you start earning points, and those points you can turn into cash. Now we're making progress. The second scene of your storyboard will be you during your goal. This one might be hard to do because you're not there yet, you haven't achieved it, but you have to use the power of visualization. And according to science, this works. What we think, we become. This has been proven through something called mirror neurons. Our brains are so powerful that when we see an action in someone else, that exact same region lights up in our brain. So in this scene, think of yourself. What is it gonna look like when you're making that first 1,000 a month? Or that first 10,000 a month? How hard will you be working? How good would it feel? How motivated you will feel? You'll need that momentum, but remember, it all starts with the baby steps. This is why we did scene 1, right? When you start paying off your debt, you're gonna feel good. And then you start paying off more debt. Feel better. Then you start earning money through Debbie because you're paying off your debt. You'll feel better. Now you're making 1,000 a month. You'll feel better. That momentum, that feeling, that motivation, I need you to visualize that and that second scene, which ultimately will take you to your final scene of your storyboard, which is after you achieve your goal. Imagine yourself finally making $1 million, buying that nice car you've always wanted, that nice watch, buying your parents a house. I'm telling you that I did this myself. Bro, my bro's behind the camera right now and he'll vet for this. Do you remember when we went to our first auto show? We were dirt broke. Right? We've never had a nice car in our lives.
I remember.
I think we can even find this vlog. I'm gonna insert it if we can. We saw an AMG Edition 1. Do you remember that?
Like, damn, that's sexy.
One day. Yes, and then we asked, come here. Do you remember we asked the guy there, oh, how much is this Edition 1? And he said it was like 7 grand or something. It's on video somewhere.
It was crazy because, I mean, we've never had a car that expensive.
No,
That's
so I remember, and I have it, I pulled it up on my Pinterest. I did a Pinterest board. I pinned that car, a Corvette, and a Porsche. And my Pinterest board. We were dirt broke. I'm telling you, we had no money. What cars did we end up buying that next year? That was 2016.
AMG C63 Edition 1.
The exact car.
911 Porsche.
And I had the Corvette.
That was the Stingray, but it was Hennessy Edition.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
And I had the C71 too. We got that one too. So.
Yes. The point is, you know, material things don't matter that much. What I'm trying to get you to understand, that the power of visualization, creating this storyboard, actually works. And it all starts with momentum. Start with scene 1. Where are you now? And if you guys want to start paying off your debt, you want to get started with that momentum where you're stuck now, I want you to check out Debbie. With Debbie, like I said, they're going to teach you financial habits that are helping you getting out of debt. You're going to collect points, and once those points reach $50, you can withdraw that cash, which will help you pay off more debt. If you guys want to check them out, it'll be linked down below. Now at this point, you have created your goals using science. You've changed your environment that will make you want to do your goals. And you've created a 3-scene storyboard to know exactly how your goals will transpire. Now do you understand when I told you that this video will help you make the greatest comeback of your life? And I'm not done, because there's one last thing that will stop you from reaching your goals. Number 4, wear your socks to bed. to achieve all your goals. See, the reason why most of you don't achieve your goals is because of friction. Wearing your socks to bed will remove friction and help you make this year the greatest comeback of your life. Let me show you how this works. So if you were to grab two books and you started to intertwine them together, each page overlap is friction being added. By the time you're done, if my goal was to separate these two books, it doesn't matter how much effort I use. It's just not happening. Now, your goals, they work the exact same way. And here's a trick to fix it. You see, the more friction there is in your goal, the more energy or force you're gonna need to make that budge. So let me give you an example. Let's say your goal is to start going to the gym every morning. Well, the friction or the page overlaps in your life would be, you have to wake up early, all right? You have to find your gym clothes half asleep. You have to get dressed. You have to leave your warm house and go out to the cold winter. You have to commute there, and so on and so forth. And then, no matter how much effort you put into your goal, actually getting it done will feel impossible because of all the friction that's there. Imagine the same scenario, but now there were less layers of friction. With less layers of friction, even with the exact same goal of separating the books, now with even a little bit of effort, you get your goal completed. You will do the same thing with your goals and start removing friction. Let's use the same goal of being consistent with the gym every single morning. Start by wearing your gym clothes to bed. So now you remove the friction of having to look for clothes half asleep, or your socks as well. So you only have to put on your shoes. Boom, 2 layers of friction gone. Then start with just at-home workout. So now you cut down on the commute and having to go out in the freezing cold. Boom, 2 more layers of friction gone. You working out and staying consistent is easy because a little effort gets the goal completed. Now, I want you to do this exact same exercise of removing friction with every goal you came up with in this video, and watch how you make the greatest comeback of your life.